What is something a friend did that accidentally turned you on? My friend Adrian came over to help me move furniture after my breakup. I was wearing old sweats, zero makeup, looked like absolute trash. He shows up and immediately starts rearranging everything without asking. Moves my couch, repositions my bed, completely takes charge of my space. Normally this would piss me off, but something about watching him manhandle my furniture was doing things to me. The way his shoulders moved under his shirt when he lifted my dresser. How he'd pause, look around the room with this calculating expression, then just decide where everything should go. No asking permission. No, what do you think? Just pure confident decision-making. When I tried to help lift the other end of my bookshelf, he looked at me dead serious and said, "Move." Not mean, but firm, like he wasn't going to repeat himself. I stepped back and watched him handle it alone, muscles straining against the weight. Then he opens my fridge, sees it's empty, and just shakes his head. "You haven't been eating." Not a question, a statement. The disapproval in his voice made my stomach flip in ways that had nothing to do with hunger. He closes the fridge door harder than necessary. "When's the last time you had a real meal?" I stammered something about ordering pizza yesterday, and he just stared at me. This look that said he saw right through my bullshit. Pizza isn't food. He leaves without another word. I'm standing there in my kitchen feeling like I just got scolded by my dad, except it was making me feel things that definitely weren't daughterly. He comes back an hour later with grocery bags, doesn't knock, just walks in like he lives here. Starts unpacking ingredients I didn't even know the names of. His movements in my kitchen were so sure, so purposeful, like he'd already planned this whole thing out. "Where do you keep your cutting boards?" he asks, already opening cabinets. I don't really. Jesus Christ. He pulls out a plate. This'll have to work. Watching him cook was hypnotic. The way he'd taste something, frown, add more seasoning without measuring. How he'd grip the knife, knuckles white with concentration. When oil splattered and hit his forearm, he didn't even flinch, just wiped it off and kept going. I tried to make conversation, but he was completely focused, like this meal was the most important thing in the world. Every few minutes, he'd glance over at me sitting at my own counter, and I felt like he was checking on me, making sure I was still there, still watching. The smell filling my apartment was incredible, but what really got me was how he'd commandeered my entire space, used my pots like they were his, reorganized my spice cabinet because apparently my system was frickin' chaos. "Sit down, eat." He puts a plate in front of me and literally watches me take the first bite. His eyes never left my face, waiting for my reaction. When I made that involuntary moan people make when food is actually good, something flickered across his expression. "Better?" he asked, but his voice was rougher now. When I tried to get up to clean, he pushes me back down. Not gentle. Firm hands on my shoulders, pressing until I sat. I said, "Sit." The command in his voice shot straight through me. I stayed put, watching him clean my kitchen better than I'd ever cleaned it myself. He washed every dish, wiped down every surface, moved with this efficient precision that was somehow the sexiest thing I'd ever seen. This man was bossing me around in my own apartment, and my body was responding in ways that made no sense. Every "don't" and "stay there" and "let me handle it" was making me more aware of him, of how broad his shoulders were, how his jaw clenched when he concentrated, how he seemed to fill up my entire space just by being in it. After dinner, he's washing dishes, and I walk up behind him to help. He turns around, we're inches apart, and he says quietly, "You don't take care of yourself." His hand comes up to my face, thumb brushing my cheeks. "Someone needs to." The way he said it, like a promise, like a threat, I was done for. We've been together 2 years now.